there are unconfirmed reports that the United Arab Emirates and Qatar have pledged planes. Just how significant is it that we're seeing such support from the Arab community in this action?
Actually, it's quite important that the Arab community or the Arab states intervene, because if they don't participate, this will look exactly the way Muammar Gaddafi has portrayed all this operation. That is basically a crusade. It's colonialism coming back to Libya, and he would start using it to garner more support for his own tactics to fight this military intervention. So the Arab states, and actually Qatar in particular, has almost a very personal stake in this, because as you're probably aware, they killed, the Libyan militia killed a Qatari citizen recently who was a cameraman from Al Jazeera. And also from the beginning, Gaddafi was attacking Qatar directly and indirectly, claiming that Al Jazeera basically triggered all this movement in Libya. So to sum up, I think that the participation of the Arab state is very important here.
Now, it's interesting that Gaddafi claims that he has the support of his own people. He's made in one of his latest statements that he's going to open the arms depot to the people to defend their own country. Given the fact that we have Qatar and other countries involved, do we really think that he does have the support? It's pretty risky, isn't it, in a country that many claim is teetering on civil war?
Oh, absolutely. I don't think that he has that support. I mean, if we mean by support, popular support, I don't think that he has it. He has been saying this from the beginning. The second speech he made when the whole revolution started, he said, I will open the arsenals and give weapons to the Libyans to fight. And actually, he knows that he cannot do that because it will be his end. He has his own support from his own militias and also people that have been benefited from the regime so far. But popular support, I don't think that he has any. And then all these threats that he'll be arming the Libyans to fight against the military intervention, I think is just propaganda, that's all.
As far as an end game, if you will, is there really a chance that this will end up as another protracted conflict, or will we see a rapid conclusion? How do you see this playing out?
I think if this no-fly zone was actually imposed 2 weeks ago from the beginning, maybe we'll have something very quick. I'm afraid that this is intervening a little bit late. He has already moved in many cities. He almost got close to Benghazi. I think it's getting more and more complicated. I'm skeptical now. Maybe this will end up becoming a protracted conflict, which will, in this case, will play right into his hands, and he will become a hero that is fighting against colonialism. Actually, I was just listening to the Libyan state TV earlier on to his speech, and he used a very important word. He used this as a crusade, and whoever knows the Arab and the Islamic world, when you use the word crusade, it conjures up a past, a bloody past, and it just doesn't sit very well with most Arabs and Muslims. And I've heard the Libyan state TV playing the songs of a famous Lebanese musician, Marcel Khalifa, who is famous for his songs of the Palestinian resistance. So he's already, I mean, Gaddafi is already using this rhetoric of the resistance, of him being the hero who's going to save the Islamic, the Arab, and African world. So he's using it to his credit now.
Now, with the idea of a crusade having been already thrown out there and that idea having been invoked, is it too late for diplomacy? We know that Russia says it would like to see more of a dialogue and a political solution, but now that missiles are raining, are we past that point?
I think we're past that point. First of all, because the first resolution in 1970, which decided to refer the case to the ICC, has basically blocked the way or any exit strategy for him and for his sons and his people. So I don't see how he could decide to negotiate or stop now, because he doesn't have any exit strategy. And the second thing is that the Libyan Council, Transitional Council, does not accept any negotiation now, because basically what they want, what the most people, Libyan people wants, that this regime has to change. He has to go with his family and the people that have been supporting him. I don't think there is any time for diplomacy. I think it's a little bit too late.
All right, thank you very much for joining us. That was Dr. Abouyoub from Columbia University in New York.